This combat test has been executed by a third party. I did not establish the parameters. However, they are in line with research goals. Prepare to contribute combat data for collection.
Disengaging.
Witch Doctor's repair capabilities are indispensable. Support your allies on the battlefield by keeping them shipshape. Let us begin. I will transfer you to the combat zone. Prepare for battle. Interdimensional transfer complete. The war game will begin shortly. Have a super day.
Bravo, Leviathan. This is quite a fight. Oh, come now. So determined. But your death is inevitable. Wave bye-bye. That data won't be yours for long. Golden Goose is within reach. I will control the future. You've interfered enough. And honestly, I have been gagging for a proper fight. Come and get me. I'll go wrecking down! Oh, that's the good stuff! I'll go wrecking down! Oh, that's the good stuff! Kill myself! Real active! Basically! Don't go wrecking down! That feels good! I'll go wrecking down! I did no flagging for you! Don't go wrecking down! Bouncing back! Hey, thanks! I don't even have to lift a finger! The world will keep on spinning long after you're gone. That feels good.
Don't stand down.
I'll break it down.
I should restore.
I'll go break it down.
My blade hungers.
I'll break it down.
escapade.
Are you trying to wind me up? Bring it down!
Operation of Prototype Rig Ziz forcibly shut down. I have acquired the necessary data. Test concluded. Sunsetting temporal instance.
Leviathan, what are you doing? Stay out of this! Why won't you follow my orders?
This test provided me with excellent combat data. The perfect exosuit development project is nearing fruition. Exofighters, the effort of each and every one of you is greatly appreciated. Prepare for dimensional transfer. Durban, you have proven yourself to be an invaluable test subject.
Haven't I just? It's a matter of time till I get your goose. These pet projects nearly done. Leviathan and the Behemoth, my matched set. So when you sleep, sleep with one eye open.
Best exofighters in this war game.
Incoming transmission.
It appears you can't trust anything nowadays.
Durbin, this is not what you think it is.
Shut up, Science. You have to understand. You've already lost. I am in control. Allow me to demonstrate. Leviathan. Head.
What?
Come over here and try that.
No. No. And I think you're going to come to me. You see, you have half the data, and I have half. So when you feel up to fighting, you know where I'll be.
Wait! Let's settle this. You and me. Well, what do you say?
No.
I hate that guy.
Short.
Is that what I think it is?
We've caught the explosion on video a few times. Here. This is the clearest angle.
Every time I think about it, it makes my blood boil. Haruka died because of what happened on this island. If we don't do something, many more good people like her will too.
I can come back to this, Chief. I don't want it.
No. Leave it on the screen. We should have a reminder of what's at stake.
You found another 181 file?
Sandy did, yeah. This is another piece of Golden Goose.
Well done, Sandy.
I am glad to be of assistance.
If Durbin doesn't have this yet, we could bait trap.
Maybe. Not sure I can invent a trap to trick myself. All we can do is... Wait, hold on. Look at this connection port. Sandy, what's the diameter on the thingamy in the transmitter? The aerial connection bus, trunk, radial, you know...
The diameter of the radial antenna effect trunk connector socket is 18 millimeters.
Thank you, Sandy. Ooh, it fits. it fits.
I will reject obvious joke.
Signs. Don't you see? Chief! Ace! Ace, you found Signs' skeleton clinging to the transmitter, right? Signs brought it to the island. He brought it because it's part of Golden Goose.
It is some kind of prototype?
Yes, he must have brought it here to finish it. No wonder it can communicate beyond normal space-time. This whole time, we've had a next-gen vortexer right under our noses. Well, I need to concentrate, so I pop a caffeine pill. Then I need to sleep, so I pop a sleeping pill. These chemical hairpins are starting to get to me.
Take brick. I will manage big time series data search.
Look, no offense, but I've got this whole picture building up in my head, and it would take you too long to catch up.
Get out of way.
You're just wasting your time. It's... Okay, go on then.
Oh my god. There is tiny person stuck on Stratovator right before explosion.
Wait, what?
Look at this. All the cars locked down once dinosaur outbreak began. Except this one started from ground 33 minutes before cable exploded.
Wait, where does it say... what?
Someone was intentionally going up Stratovator during the Bigatoa incident. How could you not notice this?
Context is important, you know. Without all the facts, I just...
Take brick.
I'll take a break.
One way or another, we've got to get my sister off this island. Sandy, tell me you found something.
Current information indicates that rescuing Haruka Lorenzo is impossible.
You found Durban, you can find Haruka too. Just keep trying.
Chief, you're not listening. We can't rescue her. Sandy didn't say we can't find her. I wasn't going to tell you until we had a bit more to go on, but... Sandy?
Evidence from the Stratovator control system suggests that Haruka Lorenzo was on board an elevator car when the Stratovator cable exploded.
There's just no way to get to her. We knew someone was up there, we just didn't think to check the onboard cameras. Sandy figured it out.
Can't we contact her? Bring her back down.
Well, that brings us to the other wrinkle. Sandy?
Analysis of the vortexer explosions reveals an extremely large volume of the presence of Lozol.
But here's the thing. None of Leviathan's sensors were reading Lozol. Just stable, safe highs all across the board. Chief, I think this was Haruka's plan in action. Nadi must have blinded Leviathan from the inside, disabled its sensors while she did something to the Hyzol pipeline.
I know my sister. She got on that Stratovator, believing she could take down Leviathan. If Haruka had a plan to destroy Leviathan without taking out the Stratovator, then she doesn't need saving. She needs some help to make her plan work.
My thoughts exactly. Something went wrong with her plan. Maybe we can set it right.
Chief, look at this in her email. Crashing the Stratovator's opening party? Bring a jet?
She was dropping hints about something. She wanted my help.
That means there's got to be something we can do.
You're right. It's just a matter of finding it.
I have completed analysis of all data related to Leviathan from the Anchor Division's 2040 archives.
Brilliant. Let's hear what we've got.
Is this thing recording? Okay.
Sidhu, this isn't necessary.
It's protocol and it happened. It has to be documented. This is Sharon Sidhu, employee ID number 13614, August 10th at 11:38 a.m. Project title, Golden Goose.
Come on, Sidhu, we're back inside normal parameters.
At 11:09 a.m., we began our scheduled Vortexer cable operations test. Forward cable rotation system met or surpassed all safety metrics as expected. However, at 11:29 a.m., while testing the reverse rotation system, an incident occurred resulting in reverse Hyzol flow up the pipeline.
I did everything according to the specs.
Nowhere in the specs does it say to turn on the Hyzol systems when the vortexes are running in reverse, Todd. The disruption lasted only several seconds, during which time the Hyzol flow was destabilized, causing a flood of Lozol in the vortex's tanks. Leviathan then instigated a highly dangerous systems purge.
And it worked. What's the big deal?
The big deal, Todd, is that Lozol made up almost 15% of the mixture in the pipeline system at the time.
And this is my point. At that volume, you'd need to get past 60% Lozol before there was any danger. Lozol is perfectly safe in smaller concentrations.
You know what's not perfectly safe, Todd? Leviathan, purging 100 tons of Lozol through the system bottleneck. And do you know what's down through the bottleneck, Todd? It's the vortexes. And do you know what can happen to the concentration there, Todd? You don't. Because if you'd read all the specs like you were supposed to, you'd know that could have been very, very bad, Todd. Bottom line, Dr. Science. It's become clear Leviathan's Stratovator emergency protocols are currently not in line with IBS Health and Safety Operation Guidelines. I'll be following up with a formal report on today's test results and suggestion for improved safety protocols.
And a counter report from me.
Okay, yeah, you do that. And while you're at it, file a report to your brother-in-law in HR and tell him Dr. Sidhu says, "Fuck you very much, Rich, for endangering everyone on this island by strapping me with Todd."
Finally! Everybody, come check this out! May I present, nestled among the Hyzal infrastructure and all the way up on the Stratovator, it's Leviathan's core!
How much Hyzal is in there?
Best guess? 10,000 liters.
I did not know they made Hyzal tanks bigger than 100 liters.
With that much Hyzal, you could power
81,600 average homes on a sunny day in the south of France.
Yes, that was exactly what I was about to say.
Good going, Sandy.
Chief, are you all right? That's the message Haruka sent you. And there it is. Crash the opening party.
There's more to it than that, though. Sandy, tell him what you found.
A portion of the message was encrypted.
Encrypted?
Haruka didn't want IBS to see it. But this is the part I don't get. Polybius, my high score? I don't get it. Polybius is some kind of game?
Polybius wasn't actually a game, Chief. More of an urban legend.
I believe Haruka is suggesting we decrypt the message with a Polybius square.
So, you do not need to ask permission.
I decrypted the file 5 minutes ago.
Ah, see? The student becomes the master.
I am honored, Victoria.
Bikatoa in danger.
Unstable tech. Need help to destroy the AI Leviathan.
Bring an aircraft that's able to reach the Stratovator control platform.
What's that last bit about? I will provide a device.
Haruka also wants to take Leviathan out of the picture. So she wanted us to get to that control platform. She was trying to give us something.
Sandy, pull up the control platform. Leviathan's core is right there. And around the core, Hyzal tanks. Those tanks hold hundreds of thousands of liters of Hyzal. Now look here. Hyzal flows right through these pipelines. Wait, that's it. That's it, the incident. Those pipelines... Sandy, play that voice recording describing the vortex or error.
The disruption lasted only several seconds, during which time the Hyzal flow was destabilized, causing a flood of Lozol in the vortex's tanks.
And this is my point. At that volume, you'd need to get past 60% Lozol before there was any danger.
The tanks store both Hyzal and Lozol. And if we can convert at least 60% of that mixture to Lozol, I think we have just the tool to do that.
Golden Goose?
Golden Goose, Chief. What can Golden Goose do?
Convert Lozol to Hyzal? How does that help?
A fuel conversion doesn't have to be a one-way street.
Look, there is warning. Do not allow this component to revolve counter to the indicated direction.
Revolve?
Listen, if we reverse the revolution of the cylinder, we can synthesize Lozol from Hyzal. Haruka knew this. That was her plan. Haruka and Noddy wanted to destroy Leviathan's core. They were going to do that by converting at least 60% of the Hyzal in those tanks to Lozol. Noddy bought Haruka the time she needed by deactivating Leviathan's sensors, so Haruka converts the Hyzal back to Lozol. But Leviathan detects this newly converted Lozol and proceeds to flush it down the pipeline at once. Self-preservation. The Lozol in the pipeline mixture exceeded that 60% threshold, and Haruka's plan backfired. Literally. Noddy was wrong in assuming the sensors could be deactivated, and Haruka couldn't convert the Hyzal all on her own. She needed help.
So she asks Chief for a hand.
Bring an aircraft that's able to reach the Stratovator control platform I will provide a device. She wanted to give us Golden Goose. Lucky for us, we got a Golden Goose prototype right here. We're gonna take this bird straight to the control platform, reverse those cylinders, and turn all that high Zor to low Zor. Once we hit the 60% sweet spot, we're gonna blow Leviathan sky high. The plan's crazy, but it's got Haruka written all over it.
Crazy? I love it. I don't suppose you could introduce me to this sister of yours, Chief?
And save the jokes for when Leviathan's gone.
Is good plan. Short, sweet, explosive. So what do we wait for?
Well, there's still one problem. Haruka's in the year 2040. Last I checked, this carrier can't hop through time, and Ace is the only time traveler among us.
There has to be a way. Leviathan's calling up dino freaks from millions of years ago, while Haruka's stuck just 3 years in the past.
Well, temporal distance isn't the issue, but...
You know who is expert in solving these kinds of problems? Science.
Even if he could solve this, why would he?
So what we need to find is leverage. What the hell happened in 3 years that would make me end up like Durbin?
You're thinking about it the wrong way. What happened that made you end up like you?
Yeah, I get where you're going with that, Chief, but I hate to think getting my arm burned off made me a better person. I don't know. So much has changed since 2040.
Both of you are looking at it wrong. It is only 3 years. Which means you and Durbin are practically same person.
But come on now, don't rub it in.
What Majesty is saying is, you can think like him. Maybe out-think him.
Get crazy deep all up in his head.
Okay, I don't even want to imagine.
Alders, we need every advantage we can get. I know what it is like to see yourself doing things you cannot conceive of. I know it hurts. But you must think. Pretend you're Durbin. You're a total piece of shit.
Yeah, a real fussy hole. A turtle.
Yes, okay, I think I've got it, thank you. Okay, I'm Durbin. I have Leviathan on my side, so I won't try to stop the war game. I'm safe. And I haven't gotten what I want yet.
And what you want is?
Golden Goose. I mean, I want Golden Goose. It's one of the most important inventions in history. Don't want the money. No, but it's more than that. I want control. Yes, I want control of my life, of the world. It's ego a go-go.
Yes, this tracks.
But you don't have to agree quite so quickly.
So you're just going to give it to science?
No, of course not. I want it for myself. Right. I want it for myself.
Alders, remember that time you told Sandy what you were like before you lost your arm? Always, you do everything yourself. Never trust anyone.
That's it. I know what Durbin's going to do. He's going to stab Signs in the back. We can use this. Let me talk to Signs.
You? I don't know what this is, but unless I'm mistaken, you have a war game to worry about. Don't call me again.
You've got something to worry about too, Doc.
What's that supposed to mean?
Seen old Durbin recently? I bet he hasn't been around much. Guess he's been busy with his wild... Golden Goose chase.
Take a look at these signs.
What on earth?
That's Durbin breaking into a secure Anchor Division facility. But he didn't tell you that, did he?
Durban's turned against you. He's making a play for Golden Goose. Solo.
This is preposterous.
You're probably right. But then again, take a good look at me. Yeah, I'm him. More or less. Funny business, this alternate timeline stuff. So when I tell you Durban's turned, just ask yourself.
What does Durban do when he no longer needs somebody?
You don't understand my arrangement with Durban.
That arrangement disappeared the moment you gave Durban your Leviathan access key.
How did you know about that? I didn't have a choice.
Aw, poor baby. He didn't have a choice.
I mean it. You never wondered why I called your frequency in the first place? Come on, why there was a version of me dead and rotting in your jungle, I was working with the other Garrett sides, including the one in your timeline. Leviathan killed them all on sight. I'm the only one left. My only hope was to use an exofighter working inside the war game.
It doesn't matter now, Science. We almost completed Golden Goose.
What?
You and Durban stole the plans for the Revolution cylinder and stabilizer chip. But we have your prototype, the reaction gate, and even the time displacement algorithm.
Please, I'm begging you, give them to me.
That's not the way this works. We got plans for your device, Doc.
What are you going to do?
We're going to jump this carrier back to 2040 and convert all the high Zol in Leviathan's tanks to low Zol. The computer dies, the island lives, change places and handy dandy.
My God, you're insane.
What difference does it make to you, Doc? Either we win or we die.
And Durban's going down with us either way. That'll save your skin.
You're serious? If Leviathan dies, the world will lose Golden Goose technology forever. No more Heisel. Kiss that golden future goodbye. What makes you think I'll allow that? Destroy my life's work? Help you even?
Life is full of complicated choices, Science. Right now, yours is to help us, or we leave you to Durban. How do we jump the carrier through time?
Every second brings Durban closer. He could be right outside.
Okay. You already have what you need. That prototype should be capable of sending matter back to 2040. It just needs an update. This is the Golden Goose firmware I left behind on the island 3 years ago. Durban stole it from another exofighter.
This is Magnum's data.
There's one other problem. Power. That prototype is supposed to be fitted with a Revolution cylinder to amplify its power. Without that, you'd be lucky to send a model airplane back to 2040, let alone your whole carrier.
Leave that to us, Doc. We'll think of something.
There. I've held up my side of the deal. You hold up yours. Stop Durban.
Unlike you, Science, we can be trusted. If we get out of here alive, everyone's getting out of here alive. Hammerhead out.
Ladies and gents, I think we can actually do this. For once, we have the advantage.
Incoming transmission.
It appears you can't trust anything nowadays.
Durban, this is not what you think it is.
Shut up, Science. You have to understand. You've already lost. I am in control. Allow me to demonstrate. Leviathan. Head.
What?
Come over here and try that.
No. And I think you're going to come to me. You see, you have half the data, and I have half. So when you feel up to fighting, you know where I'll be.
Wait, wait! Let's settle this. You and me. Well, what do you say?
No.
I hate that guy.
Welcome to the war game. You were exceptionally proficient with linear strike in the previous instance. I anticipate similar results.
Disengaging.
Just try
Use Zephyr to quickly meet the enemy in melee combat. Let us begin. I will transfer you to the combat zone. Have a super day. Interdimensional transfer complete. The war game will begin shortly. Have a super day. You will now engage in a dinosaur combat test. Exofighters, follow the Watcher. This museum drew 1.26 million visitors annually. Transmission interrupted. Initiating dinosaur cull mission. Preparing combat area. Please wait. Summon raptors. Summoning raptors. Dinosaur call complete. You are completing objectives faster than the enemy team. Proceed to next mission. Initiating dinosaur call mission. Preparing combat area. Please wait. Summoning pteranodons. Summoning raptors. Dinosaur call complete. You are completing objectives faster than the enemy team. Follow the Watcher. Proceed to next mission. Initiating dinosaur cull mission. Preparing combat area. Please wait. Summoning pteranodons.
Let him come at me.
Summoning pteranodons. Summoning pachycephalosauruses.
Take him! It's a spot.
Dinosaur cull complete. You are completing objectives faster than the enemy team. Initiating area defense mission. Preparing combat area. You must defend the specified area. Go to the area near the marker and begin defending it. Summoning raptors.
Good looking out.
Grenade out!
Area defense progress 25%. Summoning raptors.
Thank you.
Summoning pteranodons. Area defense progress 50%. Summoning raptors. Summoning pteranodons. Area defense progress 75%. Summoning raptors.
Needs
Nothing
termination.
suppresses enemy movement like Krieger's overwhelming firepower. Area defense complete. You are completing objectives faster than the enemy team. Follow the Watcher. Proceeding to next mission. Initiating area defense mission. Preparing combat area. Please wait. You must defend the specified area. Go to the area near the marker and begin defending it.
Just try and stop me! Get behind me!
Summoning pteranodons. Area defense progress 25%. Summoning pachycephalosauruses. Summoning raptors.
Look out! Dinosaur!
Area defense progress 50%. Summoning raptors.
You got your timing.
Summoning pachycephalosauruses. Area defense progress 75%.
Take this!
Area defense complete. You are completing objectives faster than the enemy team.
Before you fight, you gotta groove.
Warning, you will now commence the final mission. Brace yourselves for interdimensional travel. Prepare for combat. The enemy to the final mission. Act quickly to close the performance gap. The first team to complete all of the assigned objectives wins. Do your part and generate
bud.
robust combat data. Summoning raptors. Summoning pachycephalosauruses. I have awarded the enemy team a dominate. They may invade with a hostile dinosaur.
Feeling as good as I look.
Summoning raptors. Nice work. Summoning pachycephalosauruses.
I owe you one. Take that!
Summoning raptors. Summoning pteranodons.
Hey, it's about to fall! Look out! Dinosaur!
Summoning raptors. Summoning pteranodons.
Heading to Marker 4! Heading to Marker 4! That's good!
Dinosaur call complete. Follow the Watcher. Proceed to next mission.
Thanks, bud. Heading to Marker 4!
Summoning a Triceratops. Summoning raptors.
Let's aim for a game! Limiter override! Heading to... You got it! Take it! Damage is getting critical! Don't have an ounce of quit in me. Damage is getting critical. Nice work. Bouncing back.
Dinosaur call. Follow the Watcher. Proceed to next mission. A Dominator has been generated for your team. Use it to commandeer a dinosaur and attack the enemies. Summoning pachycephalosauruses. Warning. The enemy team has activated the Dominator. Enemy-controlled dinosaur incoming. Prioritize its destruction. Dimensional crossing activated. You may invade the enemy team's combat area. Summoning pachycephalosauruses. Summoning raptors. Summoning raptors. Summoning raptors.
One way ticket to pay!
pachycephalosauruses.
Nice work.
Summoning pachycephalosauruses.
Stay down.
Dinosaur call complete. Combat test complete. You are victorious. Effective battle noted. Well done. You really put the I in strivificationality. Behold, the best exofighters in this war game.
All hooked up. We can jump the carrier back to 2040 at any time.
Okay, Sandy. What are our chances against Leviathan and Durban?
Processing. In 95% of scenarios, we die fighting.
What if it's not just Ace? We fought alongside the other hard cases before. Run the numbers on a whole squad of exo fighters.
Processing. Victory.
All right.
In 32% of scenarios.
This is our chance. We may never get another.
We can't gamble on 32%.
So how about 50-50? Flip it, Chief.
Kids, we wait for a better answer.
Tails, we go and fight.
No. We can't leave this to chance. None of us chose to get stuck on Rickator. But we didn't say no. Troll Leviathan. How stupid were we to take that gig?
All think we can get that sweet IBS life.
Company makes it so easy to do nothing.
Yeah.
Let's do something! It is time for us to make history, not the other way around.
We fight. We fight!
My kind of guy!
Oh, you're broadcasting this?
Never waste a good speech.
Damn, son, I ain't even shaving. Knuckles all ashy. Cocoa put on this goddamn island. We're about to do something so goddamn dangerous, it might actually work. You're dumb enough to join us. Welcome to the Hammerheads.
Once Leviathan is destroyed,
Okay, just hold that steady while I fasten the cover, and this bird is ready to fly.
Oof. It's very heavy. Good thing I'm healing.
Did I ever tell you about the time I nearly died over the Barrett Sea?
Yeah. Is now the time.
Just bear with me. So there we were. Long-haul cargo run to Murmansk. Flying through an Arctic storm.
Getting to point, please.
Suddenly, the right engine loses thrust. then the left. They're cycling, but there's no power. We're losing altitude, dipping the nose to keep ourselves out of a storm. The Arctic Ocean's starting to get real big in that windshield, and we're trying everything to get those engines firing.
Yes, I'm with you. Very good.
That's when I realized it was so cold, there was ice forming on the fuel filters, blocking the flow. The engines were starving.
And so you fix and save the day, all done.
That's when I remembered the APU.
Anyone? Ace? Dolders?
That's right, the auxiliary power unit. I fired her up and let her overheat. Could have blown up at any second, but it was warm in the fuel, melting ice. We're down to 500 feet when suddenly, wham, the engines come back to life. I can smell the APU cooking from the cockpit, but we made it back in one piece. Okay, you can let go.
I'm glad you survived, Chief, but what is point?
The point is, a jet like this is a machine full of machines. It's got redundancies built in. Cross feeds, backups, manual reversion, you name it. There's always something you can use to get the job done. Now, we want to jump the carrier back to 2040, but we need more power. I have an idea.
Oh, Chief, what's all this?
This is our way to Leviathan. We want to go to 2040. Not enough power. We want to help my sister make a Lozar plan work. Not enough power. As much as I hate to admit he's right, it's like science said. We needed that revolution cylinder. But Durban stole the data, and we couldn't fabricate one here anyway, which meant we were out of luck, unless we use a substitute.
The transmission cable linked to the carrier's generator drive shaft.
Right. The problem with this little vortexer is not enough torque. It can't spin fast enough to generate the kind of vortex we need.
So Chief linked it up to military-grade jet engine shaft.
I always knew this bird would get us off the island. What I didn't know was I'd have to turn her into a time machine to do it. Sandy's working on the calculations now.
Sandy, is this really going to get us back to 2040?
Based on the firmware update we received from Dr. Garrett Sines, we have ample power to travel back to 2040 and confront Leviathan.
And hopefully not back to Middle Ages like Beketoa.
You mean you don't want to be a goddess during the Inquisition?
You tell joke, but where's Lev?
I have records of the vortexes that transport Ace to the wargame in 2040. We can follow Leviathan's example.
Not comforting.
And as for destabilizing Hydro, we did a little test. Look at this.
Ba-boom. Lozol. Running this thing in reverse really works.
We're going to take off, jump the carrier back to 2040, fly to the Leviathan's core platform, and turn Leviathan's fuel tanks into a ticking time bomb.
There's just a matter of Durban. Who knows we're coming, by the way.
But Ace will be ready to take care of that.
Chief, all this sounds ridiculously dangerous. Not that I'm backing out or anything, but...
Let me finish up here. Then we'll talk.
There it is. We now know more about this island than anyone else on Earth.
In multiple timeline color code.
Yeah, it's pretty simple when you have all the pieces. Well, simple is a relative term, of course. Look, this is what started it all. The Origin suit's pilot, Yannick Nadi, tries to go back in time and prevent his future by destroying Leviathan, but ends up hurled back to the Cretaceous period. And that's the first change in the timeline. Nadi dies, and his exosuit stays buried for millions of years. Ibius finds the exosuit and the futuristic technology. It blows their minds. They reverse engineer it, and they realize they've got their hands on an energy revolution.
Heisel. And because they are greedy, unscrupulous bastards, they build a world full of stratovators, all Golden Goose equipped, to drill into the past and break down space-time, overseen by an unprecedented AI developed from Origin Suit Tech, which was exactly the world Nadi wanted to prevent.
Which cues up Future Past You. Future Past You goes back to prevent IBS from getting Golden Goose, and thus, the second alteration of the island's history occurs, and the timeline changes again. The entire Bikatoan culture comes from Future You going too far back in time and being mistaken for a goddess. Then, we have a lull in the time travel antics with not much happening until 2020, but 2020 hits, and wham! IBS finds the origin suit, and the entire cycle begins again.
And so we come to August 16th, 2040. IBS gives Leviathan full control of the Stratovator's Golden Goose array, with nobody realizing it is obsessed with developing exosuits. Next thing we know, dinosaurs are raining from the sky all over Island. Leviathan makes itself perfect exosuit testing ground.
Right. So, Haruka tries to destroy Leviathan, but she can't, because she can't create enough Lozol to do the job. She's got Yannick Nadi on her side, or some echo of him that's still bouncing around the IBS systems, but somehow Leviathan catches on to what they're doing.
Surprise, surprise, machine programmed by amoral maniacs is amoral maniac.
Leviathan purges all the Lozol off the Stratovator control platform, which explodes and sends the cable crashing down on the island.
The Bikatoa incident.
Dr. Garrett Sines escapes alive, but Golden Goose is lost in the wreckage. IBS stands to lose their Heisel energy revolution.
And in the meantime, Leviathan still running war games on the island, repeating the Bikatoa incident day after day, time after time. All while space-time distortions and dinosaurs become a damn pandemic, and innocent people all over the world pay the price.
IBS creates problem and then sells world the solution. They form exofighter squads, and we crash on the island, and Leviathan gets Ace as a new plaything for the war game. Magnum, Durbin, Dr. Sines, and God knows how many others all arrive on the same way in their own separate timelines.
Now, Magnum thought he'd found a way out when he got part of Golden Goose, but that only made him a target for Durbin. And we were next. Little did we know we were up against the most deadly foe of all. Me, with 2 arms.
You forgot part about them being disgusting grave robbers, using corpse to do dirty work.
Zombies. Ugh.
Anchor Division, Haruka, Golden Goose, and... zombies. All of it, it's all there.
What I don't understand, what's this thing's motive? How does an AI become obsessed? Dinosaurs, self-preservation. There's no way for a computer to behave.
Well, I think we've all seen just how little it takes for a really good AI to develop into something more.
Compliment acknowledged.
Oh, so much history, all of it leading to us, right here, right now.
I mean, you could almost call it fate. And look at us. Haruka's brother, Durbin's doppelganger, the goddess of Bikatoa herself, and Ace, the best exo fighter in the fleet.
Second best.
Yes, right. Sorry, Madge. The point is, out of thousands of exo fighter crews out there, it's come down to us.
But the chart is missing one thing.
What's that, Chief?
We're about to be the most important thing that ever happened on this island. Sandy.
Understood.
Perfect.
All hooked up. We can jump the carrier back to 2040 at any time.
Okay, Sandy. What are our chances against Leviathan and Durbin?